Hey everybody, welcome back to Emerald Coast. Just trying to figure out why on earth the tractor is so quiet for some reason. There we go. I guess it'll get louder there. Yeah, that's good. Hey Anthony. Hey FVO. Is it Famus? Amos? Back here, and well, we're gonna do some more baling. We're gonna do some more hay work. Then later on, we are going to head into the woods and do a little sapling planting. I was going to get started on this big field here to the right and do silage, or do grass chaff for the fermentation silos. But I decided to go down here and do a little baling on this little field down here. Saw it was at full growth. And we've done a little swapping of things out. One, swapped out a different version of the map. It's got some cool things built into it. Thanks, Will. Two, we have swapped out our round baler. I know I just replaced it with a more American-looking red one, but round bales start annoying me after a while with having to stop constantly to unload. So we put in an old-school-looking square baler. It might not necessarily look, might not necessarily be a historic American model, but it kind of fits the period nonetheless. So we're going to go with that. We switched out our bale stacker from the round one to the square one, and I can tell you the square one is a lot more expensive than the round one was. I had no idea that the square one was like 3 times the cost. So that's kind of summing up, I guess, what we've done. Let's gone in here. Now, I think, it's probably not overly realistic, but I think what I'm going to do is, oops. Is that the lower all? There it is. Probably not overly realistic, but we're going to mow the first round without swinging the arm out, simply because we are cutting up a little bit of our grass when we do this. Once we do the first round, then we'll swing it out and mow the rest. Didn't put my track IR on. I have to use the old scroll wheel for now. Ooh. What's everybody been up to? I have to say, the streams I do here on Emerald Coast seem to be the more popular ones. Hey Darren, what's up? Yeah, we're going to, well, we're going to swing it out once I'm done the first round. Oh my. Amazon Island. Well, sure does keep himself busy, doesn't he? Hey, I saw where the guy from Rocky Mountain Farms had replied back. He had put a link in there again, so I had to approve it, but it's been approved now. So I don't know if you saw that he had replied back or not. Oh, look at that. We got the trifecta of map modders in here tonight. We got Darren, we got Rockion, and Will. See, Rockhound's been teasing me with his Maya skills today. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Levi, what's up? Alright, let's swing her on out. There we go. Tell you, you are learning and you are topping yourself every time you show me something, that's for sure. You know what? If it doesn't make it out for 17, it's going to be one heck of a early 19 map. That turn went a lot better than I thought it would. Oh, how many cows do you milk? Even look at the forecast. We got rain in the forecast later today. Oh, 100 head, okay. We're also going to head into the woods a little bit later and do a little sapling planting by hand. The ever cool sapling planter mod that came out this week. I thought I would plant some trees with that today. It's like I thought I'd bale with the new D1000 baler and use the new bale stacks, because this update actually has some bale stacks integrated into various farms. Why are they so small? We're only doing a what is this? A 9-meter width. I don't know if the yield's been adjusted or not. Compacting, oh well. Can't avoid it. Check here. No, we are 3-stage fertilized on there. There. Is that 3-stage fertilized on it, so that's not it. Hey, Duck Zorly, what's up? Yeah, I think it's about as wide as those butterfly mowers are when they're down. Do a little flipperoo on us. Hey, that square bale wrapper that I was talking about earlier, Duck, the 998, the 988 or whatever it is. In testing, it wraps hay bales and converts them to silage. Not too keen on that, but I didn't try wrapping straw bales. Didn't have any to try, but just on a whim, I tried to wrap some hay, and it did it. Yeah, the 998. Hey John, thanks for the thanks for watching. Hope the rain holds off. I didn't even realize that the rain was in the forecast. I started this. Let's just do a little old school mowing the old way. I saw that in Discord. There for a second I thought you were serious. Because I know you are looking to move. How's the weather at the new farm? I suspect it's cold. Yeah, I do have better ground scales in. I bet you that's why the windrow's small. I put that in when I was dumping the chaff on the ground in order to scoop it up and put it in the compost master. Call it, Aaron. I saw you had to basically reboot because it never got warm enough to put anything in the ground. Basically, it would have been a complete throwaway for the first year. Hey, Haggard Farms. All right, Rockhound. Check you later. Thanks for dropping by. Good, I didn't destroy any crop. Did squish a little grass. Oh well. Oh, did you? I thought you weren't going to do the radio. Or was this for something else? Or is roping bulls slang for castration? Oh, be able to make that turn either. That's fine. The alien Jim drops by every so often, so he might show up tonight. It's hard to tell. Guess it depends on if he's awake or not. It is kind of early in the morning over there. That map is a very good map. And if I did not have a full plate already, that would be in my playlist. Oh. Oh yes, I did get it figured out, Darren. There was a setting that was that needed to be changed. It wasn't necessarily obvious. In the QGIS app, when you are importing your file, there's a checkbox that basically says the first row is basically has labels. Okay, it's basically saying that the first row of your data file, which says latitude, longitude, and altitude, isn't part of the data. It's just, you know, latitude words. That was checked, and it should have been checked because they are labels. They're not actually part of the data file. And it didn't work. If you uncheck that, basically say no, the first row is not labels, as if the first row is a set of data, then you go down and you basically define X to be field 2, Y to be field 1, which makes them latitude and longitude. And then you go to the next screen and you change, I think, the second from the top drop-down box to field 3, which is the altitude column. Then you change the box size or whatever it is, and then when you run it, it worked. So I've got I started a new text channel in my Discord to kind of keep track of the progress a little bit, and I've got a screenshot of the dim after I got it working, and then I got a screenshot of what the map dim file looks like after I've gone in and did a decent amount of smoothing all over the place to get rid of the jaggedies. Schmap. The one that can't be pronounced. I don't know if he had advanced copy or if he just started playing it in the last week and a half. It's been out for a good week, and it's basically been fairly popular with the typical British streamers. Yeah, that one. Oh, okay. He may have had an earlier copy. Yeah, right. I don't think so. Got it on the wrong side. Well, it lets me swing it either way. I just figured I was left-handed, so I was mowing with the mower on the left. But it didn't seem like the mower has had a real side to it. Hey, Farmer, oops. This is the exercise of how do you mow a triangle-shaped field. How early is it for you, Farmer Oops? Are you far enough ahead that it's a normal morning for you? I think after we get this field mowed, we're gonna go. We'll go up in the forest and 4 a.m. Oh my gosh! We'll go up in the forest and put some saplings down real quick. And you know what? Let's not bale this. Let's pick it up and put it in that silo. Let's pick this up and put it in the fermenter. I've not talked to him specifically or directly. I have seen him reply to some chat messages in the Valley of the Old Farm Discord server. It sounds like he's had some busy personal things come up in the last week. I don't know too much beyond that. I know typically he would be getting ready to head back out on the road tonight. Yeah, he typically would have been on this, been on over the weekend, but like I said, he mentioned something about some hectic personal life, so, he seems to be on the road about 5 days a week. So, the time he is at home, I suspect would be rather hectic to try to get in everything that he needs to get in, let alone have some online time. Tell you what, we have been blessed with several very nice maps that have come out in the last week to week and a half. Probably got about I've got 3, I think, in the queue to be either to be released or to be created. Will put us into the second week of autumn, or of August, with videos. We've got Shamrock something, Shamrock Valley, Shamrock Farms, Shamrock, I don't know, New Oxygen David map. That apparently is going out to testing, internal testing. So for all we know, that's probably maybe 3 weeks out, depending on how testing goes and everything. Shamrock Valley, yeah. There are a fair number of maps listed as testing with Giants. We still have the Black Sheep, Black Mountain Creamery that's, well, I joined the Black Sheep modding Discord last week, and it sounds like it is being batted around in internal Black Sheep testers at this point. So that's coming soon. John, I have no idea. I don't own a console. I have no idea how you would get more space. I'm just hoping that the maps that do come out are not rushed. That they come out in their complete fashion. simply because a rushed map or an incomplete map, it's not good for anybody. It's not good for the gamer, it's not good for the author, it's not good for the game. I think I would much rather a map not make it to release and just kind of find its way into 19 eventually than to be rushed out. Do the up and downs, I guess, to finish this out. Guess we're not doing too bad of a job to mow in this triangle field. But yeah, you're busy. You know, real farmers are busy during the summertime. Well, there is, what is it, Old Family Farm? That one has got small fields for sure. Rocky Mountain's got small fields. Do you want videos, or do you want nothing? That was lift. Yep. Oh. Squared now. Yeah, see, this darn thing is wide. We gotta be halfway off the road in order to not get hit by traffic. What I got to do now is, I guess the next step is I've got the Google Earth image overlaid, not really overlaid, but I've got it positioned above the map. I guess I gotta get the camera straight up and down, you know, looking straight down, and figure out how to do that, and also move around the map, but the camera straight up and down. Then I guess I need to trace in the roads and stuff. Yes. About the only way I can figure out how to get the roads and everything down. Our pickup's up here. We've already got a pallet of saplings. So we're going to run in. We're going to run up to the field or to the forest and put down some saplings using the cool new hand planting mod. Yep, that's GTX Andy. Right now we have just got a standard sapling pallet on the back of the truck here. Head up here to the forest. And then we're going to put down what we need to put down in order to do it. He does. I don't know what his average time to release is. You know, from inception to finished product, but I know he's been working on this one for some months. I don't know how steady he is with working on it, but I know he's been working on it for months. He showed, I know he showed me, and Duck said he showed him a working version of it quite a while back. Get the truck stuck. There we go. Just drive till we can't see anything. All right. We're gonna do is trying to we need to put down something. Put down hand plant saplings. Let's see here. Spin the map around. Spin this around. Okay. So, this is the mod where we start out. Basically, if we look at the F1 menu, we can take our equipment, and we take the shovel, and we take the bag out. Okay. Put it back in there. Now we need to we need to take the shovel and the bag. We need to go over here to our pallet, and we want to take 10 saplings from the pallet. Okay. And now they are in our little bag. Walk over here. You can see the dirt. If we right click, we can put 10 saplings in storage. Okay. Now if we go over here and left click, now we have the whole pallet in our bag and in the storage building there. If we hit M, we'll turn off the little green tree. And if we hit 3, we will turn off the shovel. We cut some trees down over here. There. Already put some trees down. Let's put some down here, just behind the buildings. So if we toggle the shovel on, and we put the plant marker on, so that's where the tree is going to be. Okay. Then we just left click, scoop the shovel a couple times, and there's our tree. Let's turn that off. That is it. Put some more in. The tree. You just literally go take a walk through the woods and just put in little saplings everywhere. Right. Quite frankly, I think this might be faster than that darn planter. Definitely let you put them wherever you want. Let's see, I got left 3 more. Put some over here, then we'll have to fill back up again. Go. All right. Now we got to go back here and get fill our bag up. So here we left click, and now we have 10 saplings in our bag again. Now we go back off into the woods to put some more trees down. And that's it. I have to say, this is probably going to be a something that I'm going to do on pretty much any other map that that I make use of in 17. And I really hope he brings it into 19, because using that in-game tree planter is really a pain in the tail. Yep, it's 5 game years, so since we're intending to play 10 game years, we should be able to see these go to full growth and cut them down and put more in and cut them down. Put our stuff back and we're done. And that's a placeable, so that's going to be there now until we sell it. No genetic J. We are on year 1. Still on year 1. I've not done much gameplay on this beyond beyond the streaming. I am waiting to finish out Rathlin Island, and then this will become the recording series. And anything new to the channel will be a live stream map. So once I bring this into recorded format, I'm going to be able to. We're going to go through things a bit quicker. Won't take 3 months to get through a whole year. Fly on out here. Here we go. Oh! Oh, I took out my pole. Let's see here. What are we on? I guess we should use... I guess we need to use this tractor for our foraging. There's the square baler I bought. The D1000 square baler. Say, oops. I don't think it's overly... I don't think it's an overly American version, but it kind of fit the time period fairly well. And like I said, round bales just get annoying. Kind of round baled out with Rathlin Island. Oh, something else we're going to bring into this map once we get pigs. Once we get Piggly Wigglies, there is a mobile pig food mixer made its way into the mod hub. Where's that at? That's under animals. So we have our normal Silo King. And then we have this one, which you notice also does pig food, soybeans, corn, and potatoes. Depending on what you put into it is what it uses to mix. So we're going to buy this, and we're going to use this to mix up pig food out of our base ingredients. And I would say now that this thing exists, it's quite possible to make other mods into pig food mixers because someone has figured out the magic. Alright. Let's get to town, picking up and putting it into our mixer, or ferment silos. Well, I don't know if you're gonna like. You're probably not gonna like the one I'm working on. I don't think the fields are overly small. They're realistic. They're not overly small, I don't think. It's definitely not flat. I'll guarantee it's not flat. We we had short ways back to the field that we could take with an empty wagon. But we would never try to come back to the farm with a loaded wagon. Because the hill was too steep and the tractors we were using didn't have enough oomph to be able to reliably pull the hill. So whenever we hauled loaded wagons back to the farm, we'd have to take an alternate route, which was kind of the longer way, but it was also the flatter way. But on the way back from the farm to the baler, we could take the short route, which involved going down a fairly steep incline, shooting our way across some ponds, and hooking up with the baler, the hayfield. Start shooting it. There we go. Thing we are only on first stage growth. We're not destroying that soybean field. Oh, there we are. Now I'll have to go back and look at Walker for that building. I hadn't been too worried about buildings at this point. Hey, Landon the Gamer, what's up? Outside row. So I'm really hoping you bring Willow River over to 19 once we learn the ins and outs of what's involved. Bringing one over. Really curious how they're going to work the how they're going to work those difficulty levels where you've got First Farmer. I think that's the name they give it. Where First Farmer is basically like a normal 17 map where you come in, you have starting equipment, you have a little money, have some fields and some farm you own. And the farm has been built out and is ready to roll. Just pretty much, here's a farm, get to it. And then you have Farm Manager, which is like normal mode. But it sounds like you basically start with money and you have to buy your plot of land. Includes a building area and fields. Maybe it doesn't even include a building area. It just includes fields and land. And then you got to put down your own stuff. So if with that, for map authors that want to have, their own look, like let's say Lone Oak or Welker Farms, you have to include with the map some type of map pack that includes buildings and other things that you want map, players to be able to use. Or do you, I know there's some maps that have been able to, that have embedded mods in them. So when you play the map, there's already mods that are kind of in the map. So maybe you embed those buildings in your map as mods that are already there. Be interesting to see what the I guess what the information is over on the Giants network on how they want you to do it. For this map, there is. It's in the, should be a link in the description. If not, I will dig up a link here shortly. Should be a Google Sheet. We are about full. I have to do, oh, there we are, we're full. Way. Back up to, uh-oh. Alright, it might not have made it into the description. I basically copy and paste from previous streams into the description. So I must have dropped the link at some point. While we're unloading the silage, I will update that. So we'll just have to see how it works, I guess probably early maps will probably be less flexible than later releases as people get the new stuff figured out. The hand plane, it's in the in-game mod hub. It was released this week, so it is still fairly up there. When you look at the most recent or the updated option. The spreadsheet has that. I added that right before the stream. So I know that's definitely there. Let me look for a description here while that's unloading. Not have descriptions for that one. Just go straight to the view. That's all I want. Right. Should show up in the description momentarily. Scroll this back up. All right. Did you find it also Genetic J? A previous stream? Silage is the last thing we need to get our cow health up. Right now we're at 28%. We have just fed them grass. We haven't given them any TMR. Oh, okay. Thanks for that, both Darren and Genetic J. Thanks for that. Ever helpful mods. I don't know if Zorly's still around, but apparently he's going to be doing a mod video on the tree planting here very soon. Right. Back to work, collecting our grass. Action info. So what maps are you all looking forward to hoping they come forward into 19. I'm curious what everyone's short list is. Sussex. Yes, that one will be interesting to see in a build-your-own format. It's already got several areas that are set up for placeable things. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm eager to see a revamped Willow River. Hey Rob, what's up? Altenstein is a nice, yeah, that is a nice one. So many nice little maps that my eventually to get around a playlist is getting ever longer. Because it seems my playstyle is not conducive to the turn and burn that you would typically need in order to burn through a bunch of maps. Hey Ice, what's up? I don't think I ever heard what map you were replacing your multiplayer map with. I think I might have heard, but then I might not have. Doing pretty good. Glad to be back on Emerald Coast. We seem to go quite a long time between Emerald Coast plays. But every time I get back here, it's like, oh man, I regret not being here some more. They look like chicken pox with that purple dotted texture, or alfalfa. Or what do the Europeans call it? Lysine or something like that. Oh, you leave it up to vote, huh? Oh yes, definitely. Like I said, that the end game tree planter is just awkward as all get out, and it's slow. But you know, can plant far quicker, I think, by hand, and far more accurately with where you want things to be. You looked at his Newland map, Rob? He did have a Northwest beta, which was, you know, another rendition of Northwest Texas that I think fixed a lot of the issues that were with the first one, and he had a couple of different versions with different flip distances. But I don't think it ever got out of beta. Ooh. For a second load in. Yeah, I was gonna do a series on Northwest Texas. That was going to be my go big, go home play, but instead I did it on Beaver Creek. Not Beaver Creek. What is that? It was a Stevie map I did it on. Get the name of it. But it was I was going to have a whole heap load of cows and a whole bunch of animals. And I was prepping the map, I was editing it, I was throwing some extra stuff in. Everything worked perfect until I added some animals, and the map just started freezing and hanging and locking up and crashing the game. And I was like, well, that just stinks. So I canned the whole project. Hey, country girl, thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna catch another stream of yours at some point. Just seems like your stream schedule is not matched up with when I'm not busy. Work. This is our busy time. We got kitties coming back here in a couple weeks. So the early kitties show up next week. Don't have a... There we go. We have an LED on this one. 8750. $88,750 liters of silage. Let's see here. Put in 8,000. No. We want 4,000 liters. Now this tractor is loud. Let's see here. All right, let me turn this down because this guy is loud. Turn that up. All right, if we do 4,000 liters of silage, 4,000 and 8,000 of hay. We're going to do 8,000 liters of silage and 4 and 4. Let's do that. Let's do it. Oh, we got to turn that off. I'm going to turn that off. I don't want auto filling. I have to pull out then. So we get close to 8,000. Good way to anticipate that one. I guess we should leave that running. Lone Oak. So, watch out, Darren's got a proposition for you. Darren's been propositioning everybody he knows that plays Lone Oak. No one's taking him up on it. Watch out for the propositions. Hey, Mod Addict. What's up? How'd you break it? Did you break with all those trailers you were putting together? There's Duck. I don't know if you heard, I was talking about you. You had a mod. You're going to do a mod video on the GTX and saplings. If we just had a little better visibility here. There we go. Said that was going to be one of the staple mods in any future gameplay that I do. So I really don't like that in-game planter. It is a complete and total pain in the tail. Hey Fred, what's up? Oh man, skid steers and their steering is like on ice. Hey Johnny, what's up? Oh, where's Darren at? You might have a someone will take you up on your proposition. Man, you know, the big problem with the silage trough being way over here, I've got to drive through grass to get to it. I've got to destroy some of that grass that the cows are eating to get over here. That sounds like that would take forever. We need to get straw over here too. Then that'll get our cows up to 100%. I know I could, but this is like the grass trough. That's the other one. Duck twitches anytime he sees a anytime he sees a CCS map because he knows that there's indestructible grass. Grass that's been genetically engineered to shun off any mower blade that is set forth on it. Duck just sits there and just twitches. It's you know, it's something that shouldn't happen in nature. It somehow happens. Not pushing too far. I put plenty of bales back into storage, shoving them a little bit too far. Can't see my tracks. I guess I'm close. Oh! Just okay, walk right through me. With that. Oh. They already have straw, it's just they don't have enough to show up. No shish kebab lambs yet. Well, with 19, there's got to be some way to get rid of the, I guess, the painted foliage, because you're supposed to be able to pretty much put, supposed to be able to put your farm down anywhere, and that means that you should be able to plop your building down and not have grass growing up through it and stuff like that. You don't have to use a blower for straw. Well, some maps you do. Some maps don't have a bale destroying trigger. But most maps you just toss your straw bale in there and it goes away. Yeah, see, mine was full. I didn't see the I didn't see straw showing up, but it didn't show up because it only needed, you know, a small amount of straw. All right, check you later, country girl. I was 50-50 between doing Emerald Coast or City Skylines tonight. Managed to get my second city up to 17,000 residents. And I was thinking about building out an amusement park. But then a longtime viewer replied back to a YouTube comment talking about how he really liked the Emerald Coast videos, and that well, that did it for me. See where we are. Now on some maps you do, because they don't put the bale trigger in there. Typically you just toss the bale in there and it will go away. It's okay, those bales will get used up. This map is over at FS UK. This is Emerald Coast. There is a Google Doc in the description that's got a link to the map and most of the mods that are being used. It is based in, I guess, northern Florida. And the map has customs geo weather. Custom geo built in. You're pretty much guaranteed that snow is like near impossible. Because the winter forecast will probably rarely get below 40, or yeah, probably rarely get below 50. We do have sugarcane. Go ahead and pull this up. See the custom geo here? We can pretty much plant all year long except for early and mid-summer for our cereal crops. We can plant grass year-round. Can't harvest grass in winter. That's a seasons thing. And do sugarcane. We can plant sugarcane pretty much year-round except for this narrow little band of time, and we can harvest sugarcane whenever. This map has some fun little tricks. Poplar will regrow on its own. So it's a plant once and harvest forever crop. In fact, we're going to be putting poplar in at some point and basically using it. So poplar is just like grass. Plant it once, harvest it forever. Of course, sugarcane is plant once and harvest 3 times and then replant. Gonna do some sugarcane also. Though I have to say, I really doubt if sugarcane is ever a profitable crop, given the amount of time it takes to collect and everything. Are 3 farms to find on the map. Arable Farm, which is basically across the street from where we are. cow farm, which is where we've been most of the time today, and a pig farm. The map has a traditional farm silo at the main arable farm, and then there are scattered independent silos scattered around the map that take a single crop and require to use the augers to fill and whatnot. So the farming tablet would be rather useful on the map to show you which silo takes what, keep track of how much is in what particular silo. All the silos report back to your prices screen to show you what's in them, but they are not combined, meaning you can't get wheat out of any silo you want. You can only get wheat out of the silo that you put wheat into. On this map, John, that is correct. That is not a standard farm sim thing. That is a feature that CCS 101 puts into many of his maps, if not all of his maps. It's a custom poplar regrowth script. So it's like that on Emerald Coast. It's like that on Midtown, USA. It's like that on Churn Farms. Rocky Mountain Farms doesn't have that because I don't think you can... well, no, there's poplar. I'm sure Rocky Mountain Farms also regrows poplar. Like I said, that's not with standard farm sim poplar. That is custom to his maps. Planting poplar takes forever too. So anything that makes you know, poplar more profitable, you only have to go through the effort of planting it once. That really can turn the tide into making it quite profitable. In fact, we're probably going to put poplar on field 3. There is a wood chip silo up by field 5 that we can store our wood chips in, and then when we have wood chip good wood chip prices in winter, we can go up there and sell them at that point. So I have to say, scripts are really useful in extending the functionality of things. Let's go down this way. That might fill up this wagon. Just about full. I'd say don't get much more American looking than this, other than probably the brand of the forager. Pick up this. Oh. Thought we'd pick that a little bit up before we got full, but so who else is playing here on Emerald Coast? Be interested to know how's your gameplay going? The Miller box, that's it's pretty standard. I was oh, I don't know, like a month ago or something. I was sitting at a stoplight, and truck pulling 2 of these Miller boxes pulls up beside me. I was like, oh, look at that. It's a real one. That's what the real ones look like. Ooh. We had an unload animation in that that first time we did it. Don't see the particles coming out this time. I like how this generator runs when the silo is running. Oh, ooh. Oh, wait, make it. What kind of interesting tidbits have you all found exploring the map? Found any hidden away gems? You know about the race car? You know about the burned out cabin? Yeah, there's a race car. I suggest you start exploring some garages. That's the funnest part is looking all over, looking for the nooks and crannies. Let's see here. What other fun tidbits are there? Let's turn around here. 2 dogs and a cat. I know where one of the dogs are. One of the dogs is at the cow farm. One of the cats is at the, well, the cat is at the arable farm. The big train. Pretty much anyone who's done the nugget hunt has had to have found the train. Very nice train. Surprised there isn't a train on Rocky Mountain Farms. Winding up through the mountains. Gone through some tunnels. One here and up one. You know where the water trigger is at the arable farm? You know, all the fuel pumps on the map, you need to fill them up with fuel. It's too remote to have trains driving through. Well, we know that the Amazon Islands won't have a train. Wouldn't have a train linking all the islands together. Alright, Mod Addict. Catch you later. Yeah, we're about done. Probably will fill this trailer up and then call it an evening, regardless of what time it is. Of course, everybody should know about the bulk seed and fertilizer, right? Bulk pig food, much more economical than buying pallets, that's for sure. Genetic J could have put a could have spelled out SOS in his field to let everybody know that he was dying up there because he couldn't plant any crops. He had such a harsh winter. We're going to be done the field before we fill up. Makes that pig food silo that much more valuable when you pretty much don't have any chance of getting much crop in the ground. Oh, that's a horrible thought. Stranded up there with your helicopter out of commission. I tell you, I really like that muddy water in those screenshots. That looked really good. Yeah, the guy took the helicopter, and from what I hear, he probably bought a boat as soon as he landed. Well, that does this field. Go ahead and unload this, and we'll call that a stream. I want to thank you guys for coming out and watching. Don't know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. Went ahead and planted corn on the Valley of the Old Farm. So all of our planting is done over there, so we won't be doing any Valley of the Old Farm for a while. I have to see what we've got going on off Bergman, but we are technically in our winter week, where the only thing we can do is field work and forestry and industry work. So we might just we might find ourselves back here on Emerald Coast tomorrow night. Not sure. Or we might be doing something else. Who knows? We'll leave it up to Flux, but we'll probably be doing something. If we're here, we're going to be in this field off to our left, working this grass up. Really should go fertilize those 2 grass fields we just mowed. Don't want to get them too far behind. I'm hoping we can get another cut of something off of those fields for the end of autumn. Well, Rob, don't you know I promise to disappoint constantly. There we go. Let's see here. How much did we pull out of there? All said and done. Got over 100,000 liters of grass and 24,000 liters of silage in there at this point. $114,000 liters, 24, it's 138,000 liters, and we already pulled 8,000 out. It's 146, basically, almost 150,000 liters. I do not play on Welker. No. Let's see here. But let's go over here and let's get this. And let's go ahead and go pick up that fertilized spreader. And I'm going to fertilize those fields off camera. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys down there to pick it up. Yeah, I'm not overly a fan of the big, flat, open, square look. And I know it's pretty much near spot on to the actual area, how the actual area looks. And I have to say that I'm glad I don't live in that particular area, because I just that area doesn't really that type of geography and scenery, overall look, doesn't appeal to me whatsoever. probably from growing up and living on the East Coast too much, which has got plenty of hills and plenty of valleys and plenty of little mountains all over the place. The idea of just looking out across the horizon and seeing nothing other than the horizon is a little it's not something I like. Well, at the same time, I acknowledge that well, we are on a near flat, we're on a near flat map here. But I don't get that sense of just looking out and seeing nothing. This Shell station is going to just absolutely hate me. Always cutting through the parking lot. Plain view. Should be called, there is absolutely nothing to see here. Move on. Check something. Want to make sure that that thing didn't like cause medium compaction or something. Alright guys, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Not sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. So until next time, happy farming.